All right, quick update on the 49 Chevy Fleet Line. This is Spoon Bill 34. It is Sunday, December 29th, and I did do some work on it. Have been doing work on the 49 Chevy. The trunk floor was completely pretty much rusted out. I put in two new panels that were these two panels, 2 patch panels, and that was like 180 bucks off eBay, so I put those in. But I had to make several other patch panels because the metal is rusted out. Here is a panel going up here, and then I put another one over here, and I just made those hammer and kind of a anvil in the barn, and just kind of did the best I could, and I think they turned out okay. There's another patch here. I think I did about 9 patches where I had to cut the rust out and get in some new patches, weld in some new patches. Here's another one here in this back corner. Here's another one here by the trunk latch, and here's another one here, and there's another one over here in this corner. And I did make there's one there, and I did make this wheel well myself instead of spending like, I don't know, 230 bucks, which was that was a little, took about a day to do that, and welded that up, and that works nice. I can put my spare tire in there. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. The original one was here. This was the original one that I cut out. So I got that working good, and I sandblasted everything, and then I painted it with that rust bullet, 2 coats of that silver paint, and it looks pretty nice there. I'll probably put a couple more coats of that rust bullet black top coat paint in there. So for the most part, I'm pretty much done back here, which is the good news. This back pan, I'll have to replace this back pan. It's pretty pitted there, and leaves and dirt like to sit in there. And I do have this inner panel back here. There's a panel that EMS makes that you can replace this, so I may replace that because I was painting back in this area, and I got some paint that came through, as you can see, on that rear piece, so I know that there's some rust holes in there, and I did try and patch them up with that fiberglass cloth. That's not the greatest, but it's better than holes. I may just replace that whole piece with metal. I do have this piece here, this rear tail pan, I can put across, but overall it's in good shape. So what I have, so I did get that done, and then the next part over here is the what I've been working on. So I wanted to repair the rusty floorboards in the car, and I went ahead and looked at these braces, and before you can put these these floor pans in that I bought, they have to, they lay in there like that, and they weld to the braces. Well, these braces, they're about, I don't know, $60 on eBay by the time you get them to your door. So I bought those, 4 of them, so that I can replace those, and I did. I was able to replace this front one, and then I was lucky I had enough good steel back here from the original brace to weld it in here. So I got that one in place, and I took a lot of measurements from that side before I did this, just to make sure nothing sagged or moved, because there isn't much support here, obviously. the air chisel really helped getting all this sheet metal to separate. And then you can see this back one here, I just pretty much made another panel here because the new brace, which is nice, it only goes this far, and this was still rotten from the original, so I had to cut it back to good metal. And then I made this by bending and hammering and kind of shaping it. So that worked good. I got to finish welding that in and then reinforce that. These rear full floor pans, I'm hoping I can just make those myself. They do make good panels back there, but they're expensive. They're like $250 for each side. Trying to keep the cost down a little bit, but so I did make a lot of progress there. And then, you know, you replace the inner rocker. This is the outer rocker here, and I replaced that. And then you have to replace the inner rocker on the other side. And then this bottom of this fender was rusty, and this is an EMS panel. It's a pretty nice panel, and I welded that in. And I welded in the outer rocker and the inner rocker. Took lots of measurements, and I'm happy with how it, you know, lines up here. It's pretty flat. It should blend in there nice. I pounded the seam down with a body hammer, and I got to sandblast this weld, and then I can put the fiberglass dyno glass is what I'm going to put over top of that. But I want to make sure that weld's nice and clean before I do that, and make sure I don't have any pen holes. But that turned out all right for the most part. You know, you want to make this over here perfect, which, you know, it is pretty decent. But the main thing I learned is this jamb obviously has got to be right. This is the door opening jamb. This is priority. You got to make that right, and which I was able to do. So there, and then up front. So I did quite a bit of work on that. The other side is rusty as well, so I will have to get over there, and I have the inner and outer rockers and that lower fender patch panel, so I'll put that in too. But that's a quick update. A beautiful day today, about 45, 50 degrees. So I got out here and cleaned out the garage, and I'm gonna push the car back in, and next part I will be doing is probably go to the other side and start working on that. So that is a quick update of the 49 Chevy Fleet Line. So